Party on here.
You hit share, and then it's gonna say on there, start watch party at the bottom.
Can I do this on my cell phone though? This.
You know we live right now, Mac.
Sorry.
Hey, like, what's up? What is she doing?
I feel like a ancient person sometimes when it comes to this like technology.
You good? You good?
All right. Okay, I did something.
Hey, well, that's all that matters.
Okay. I don't think it's a watch party, but I did something.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy to have you on here. Like all the dope stuff you doing, like it's amazing. I watched a few of your interviews way before we even meeting you. And
Really?
yeah, you something else.
Oh my God, that's so tight. Oh my
Yes. I just like how open you are. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no mystery in any of your conversations. You just get straight to the point. You don't care. And that's just what it is.
It's just what it is, for
Yeah.
sure.
And that's dope. So could you tell me a little bit about your childhood, your upbringing and everything?
I was talking to my mother about this the other day. She she may like it, she may not like it, but she actually prepared me for like career in radio because I'll never forget my mother never allowed me to watch TV during the week. She says no TV Monday through Friday. The TV can go on at I think 8 p.m. on a Friday, but it was after my homework was done. And the TV had to go off on Sundays at I think like 7 o'clock.
Oh.
So, and even to this day as an adult, like I don't watch TV because of that. And speaking of the devil, my mother just sends me a text.
You know what's so crazy?
Wow.
My mother used to do the same thing, and my mom used to shut down the kitchen at 9.
Now that they should have shut down for me, but they did not. Because maybe I would be, a little bit, farther off in the health department. We ain't even gonna go there. But nah. But nah, yeah, my mother was really strict. She was really strict when it came to like schoolwork and, and good grades and stuff like that. Like if I would bring a 90 home, she'd be like, "Where's the other 10 points? Don't play with me." Like, my
Right.
mother was that parent. So being that I couldn't watch TV, I was heavy into music and radio. Heavy. So that she kind of like prepared me for this. Like I used to record my voice on like a radio, like hit play and record on the cassette
Right.
and record my voice, either if it was singing or if it was just like, talking or whatever. Like I found it's so funny because maybe like 2 weeks ago, like I've been in New York for like almost a year now because of this whole Corona thing. Because I'm really based in LA, and my mother was going through like some old stuff that she had found from my childhood, and she found a journal from the fourth grade. This was literally 3 weeks ago, and I'm looking through through the journal, and I'm reading old journal entries from me as like a fourth grade, and one of them said, "I would rather be at home playing my Nintendo or listening to my radio." Yeah. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy how everything comes full circle.
Right. And you not even, I mean, you knew, but it's like, dang, you took it all the way, like full force though. And
Yes.
that's real dope. So what inspired you to even just start doing radio?
I went to Villanova, and Villanova is a predominantly white college. They used to call it Vanilla Nova. Yeah, I wonder if the minority population still calls it Vanilla Nova. But yeah, it was like super white, and me coming from the Bronx, like it was a real culture shock, So like I was going to school to become a psychologist, and there was no radio on my mind. There was no like entertainment industry on my mind or anything like that. But I was going for psychology and I wasn't doing too good. I was getting like C's and D's in psychology, some B's here and there, but I just didn't like it. I liked the concept, but I didn't like that this was something that I was going to be doing for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know, and then on top of not doing well in my major, I was adjusting well to the college life. So I was like, whoa, I gotta go home. So I went home a lot. Like if it wasn't every weekend, I was on that R5 to the R7 to the New Jersey Transit to the 2 train, right? Getting off at 241st, walking my little behind up the block home every Friday or every other Friday. Yeah, it was hard. So my mom was like, look, you can't keep doing this, sister. Like you got to find a way to, you know, enjoy your college experience and like get into it. So I decided that I was going to try the radio station and the TV station.
Oh.
So yeah, I had a Sunday night. So this was around like sophomore year of college. I had a Sunday night radio show that aired to WXVU, and it was all over the internet. And all of my my other college friends that went away to other colleges around the US, they would tune in every Sunday night. And then from the radio show that I had on WXVU, it kind of it pushed me to explore the WVTV, the TV station. So it's so crazy how everything comes full circle because my show on WVTV at the time, it was called It's All About Hip Hop. And yeah, that was the name of the show. And I would intro and outro music videos. It was like a top 5 or 10 countdown. And then I would interview celebrities in between.
Okay, that is dope. Like, did you find people giving you a hard time when you first started radio?
So after I did the whole college radio and college TV, literally 4 days after I got, and I'm about to see, open book, I'm about to tell you some things. And I'm not even going to I'm not even going to hold anything back. But 4 days after I got, that I graduated from Villanova, I got on the radio, Kiss 101.7. I did afternoons for about 2 years there. And it's crazy. Like, I didn't expect, hindsight being 2020, I guess it makes sense. But at the time, I didn't expect for my fellow coworkers to be the ones giving me a hard time. And they did. They did. I was the youngest one. I was the only Black one. That was another thing on a hip hop radio station. Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely a difficult time. Definitely.
Man, was it mostly men or men and women?
It was a mix, but actually it was probably 75% men, 25% women. Yeah, mostly men.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that you got me thinking about it. Yeah, it was mostly men.
Yeah, like I noticed like a lot of women have a hard time in the entertainment world. Yeah, like give us a hard time, and it's like if we not bashing each other, fighting each other, talking negative and down to each other, we're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's either you gonna stay your authentic self or you gonna fall into the trap.
Exactly. That's the reason why I was always wanting to do my own thing after that whole radio thing, and I ended up getting fired. I ended up getting fired for that very reason. Me and the afternoon job, we kind of got into a little something because I'm not the type, and shout out to the Bronx, but I'm not the type to back down when, I'm older now, so it's different. You know, you handle things differently. But at the time, no, I ain't backing down. You're not going to disrespect me, you know? So you're not going to walk all over me, you know? So I ended up getting let go for that reason because I just wasn't going to allow anybody to just, say what they want to say.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? You did that in the beginning. I had a hard time doing that in the beginning. And I end up doing it later after just getting thrown all over the dang old place.
Yeah. I get it. That's why I always wanted to create my own. Can't nobody tell you what to do when you have your own.
No, they can't. And you can just talk and say whatever you want, mess up when you want. Y'all just catch up.
Exactly. The world will adjust, right?
Yep. So what was the most toughest time in your life?
Oh God, I was gonna say that when I got fired because it was my dream job. It was my first job. It was right out of college. I actually, got a job working in the industry that I went to school for because I ended up changing from psychology to communications and
Okay.
decided like I'm gonna be a radio personality. And 4 days after graduation, I got the job. So when I got fired later on, it was devastating. But that's probably not the worst thing. I think the toughest. I think, you know what? The toughest thing is probably not understanding that you shouldn't mix friendship and business.
Yes.
That's very difficult. That's been the toughest thing for me as an entrepreneur, as a boss, as somebody that runs my own thing. Like I've lost a lot of friends,
Man.
yeah, because of this. And it's like the minute you defend what you've worked really hard for, what you've built,
Mhm.
then you're a bitch. You don't know how to talk to nobody. You're this, you're that. But you have to understand that there's a difference between friend and boss. Like I've built up my business from nothing,
Right.
so it's like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna choose you. I'm gonna choose my
Right.
business,
It's like you gotta keep going. It's
right?
painful though. It's
Painful.
painful.
It is. It
I
totally
mean,
is.
painful, especially when you got years invested in everything, and then you be
Right.
like, what, and
Right.
and like, did you find yourself having a hard time even like trusting people or even bringing people in to a point you be like, no, I got it.
Girl, I still do. I still do, but that's where God comes in, and that's why I just let go and let God. And I'm like, God is not going to bring me this far to bring me people that aren't going to help elevate me to the next level, elevate my business, elevate themselves. It's not just about me. So like I really, when it comes to that, when I have a hard time, when I find myself having a hard time trusting people, like I said, I gotta give it to God. And then I say, if they're not for me, they'll eventually hang themselves,
Yeah,
and when I tell you, I'm a true testament to this. When God removes someone or something from your life, you best believe that something 10,000 times better is on the way.
that's really true. And like I even go by that as far as like, when we go through a storm,
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's like the most painful, longest, but shortest experience that
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
ever have. But it's like once it's over and you get through that, and you be like, man, this blessing, what happened?
Right.
What
Right.
happened? And it's so it's like
Exactly.
it's to a point where when after you go through so much, you start to love the storms because you already know what's coming.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Be
Yes,
like, it's
ma'am.
like you'll be like, dang God, that's this what you about to do. So it
Right.
make you like get excited, like what's about to come.
Right. No facts, for real, for real. I always say that. Like that was probably a big lesson for me because I have gone through it, child. I'm going through it now. I mean, not as bad. You learn and you learn how to adjust and you learn how to be flexible or whatever. But like that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned, that when God removes something, oh, you better be prepared for the most amazing thing that's on the way. So don't worry, don't
Mhm.
trip. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, it definitely will.
Yeah.
Especially like, do you find yourself now starting to be surrounded by good people, and it creates you to even cherish it even more?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. When you get better, your surroundings, your people, everything will get better. Even your personal life. Men will get better. Money situation will improve. Like every single thing. When you get better, life, people around you, all that get better for sure.
Yes. Have you ever found yourself getting to the point like falling into depression and not loving yourself, and you had to regain who you are?
Yes, and that actually goes hand in hand to what you asked me before. Like, you got to really be careful with who you're around, and I mean that from the bottom to the top. Like friends, family, like everybody. So I mean, thank God I've done the work on myself to not have to fall too deep
Right.
into like a depression. But yeah, I definitely have those moments. But those are the times where I gotta take a break and I gotta stop and I gotta regroup. And I've also reminded myself that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to stop and it's okay to regroup. Because I
Right.
used to be one of them people that nothing could stop me. Even if I'm depressed, that you ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
but like working makes you kind of like forget about it, but then you find yourself your body becoming drained and
Yeah,
weird. And you just like, man, I can't do it no more right
yeah,
now.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I actually felt I almost started to feel that way maybe like a month ago, like this whole corona thing, because I'm like, I'm over it. Like I'm ready to get back to work. I'm ready to get back to what and I guess this is not gonna go back to normal. We're gonna have a new normal.
Right.
But change is always difficult when you resist it, you know, and that's what I was doing. I found myself trying to go back to the old way, and you got to create a new way. And that's how I was starting to feel myself slip a little bit. So yeah, I have those moments for sure, but
Oh
that's
yeah.
when I gotta pause. Hmm?
Yeah. How much has it affected you as far as during the COVID and everything? And you was living in Cali, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm based in Cali, but thankfully, like I have the opportunity and to go back and forth between New York and LA, period, COVID or not, you know? So I just use this opportunity to stay, closer to family and to just stay over here for a little bit and see what's up. But the first part of this, I thought that I was gonna be like, all right, I've been working hard for years. This is an opportunity for me to take a break. This is what
Right.
I thought. No, ma'am. Here comes quarantini and mimosas. The quarantine edition of petty mimosas. So I ended up I counted like 56 interviews that I did.
Man, you
Yeah, so I ended up
playing.
I thought I'm taking a break now. I've actually been kind of on a little mini hiatus for the past like month.
Okay.
So, but I'm working on some things, that's why. So it's a
Okay.
break, but it's not a real break. So, but COVID, not for nothing, I always have to remind myself, look, there's always a silver lining. Always look on the bright side of this. So while I'm not able to shoot, I'm not able to do what I really want to do, let me focus on how this is working for me because a lot has worked for me, you
Right.
know? So
Right. So what driven you and inspired you to start Pettis and Mimosas?
so Petties and Mimosas is my pride and joy. Love, love, love it because I created it, produced it, funded it. Well, not now. I got sponsors now. Praise the Lord. But like I started Petties and Mimosas with $100 in my pocket, driving Uber, angry. Let me tell you.
What?
Yes, I was angry, not to mention no, that wasn't until the next year. I was homeless for 43 days, but that's a whole nother story. But let me stick to the question. You asked what inspired me to do Petties and Mimosas. I had a show on Hip Hop DX.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you know or if anybody knows Hip Hop DX, but they're a huge online, like kind of undergroundish hip hop platform. And they've been around for like 2 decades,
Okay.
So and they have a really, really like kind of like a cult following. So I had a show on there in 2018 for about 10 months. And the
Uh-huh.
producer of that show, he told me, he was like, yo, you got a really, really good personality. You should do like a girl chat type of a show where, you're getting pedicures and you're drinking mimosas and you're interviewing celebrities. He's like, like petties and mimosas. I was like, yo, that's a mad good idea. So he just suggested it in conversation in passing in February of 2018. And when I tell you the first episode came out July 1st, that's my birthday, 2018, literally March, April, May, June, July, 5 months later. So yeah, I wasn't playing.
On it. Like I'm on it.
Yep. You know what they say when you get hit with inspired thought, inspired idea, you shouldn't sit on it. You have to act on it
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I'm pretty sure.
exactly what I did with the podcast. I like started getting on it and I had it together in a month.
Right. Right.
It makes you just not play.
Good
So
for
what
you.
started
Yes.
you Uber driving?
What?
What made you start Uber driving?
Girl. Oh, that was like a painful period of my life, to tell you. So, well, no, I'm grateful. If I had to turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't change a thing, because Uber is the reason why I'm sitting in front of you. So let me not even say that it was painful at the time. It was, because I didn't want to do it, and it was like having to deal with like rude people, having to deal with stinky people, having to just deal with, risking your life. You're literally risking your life every single day
Yeah, that's true.
on the road.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
Because you don't even
So
know who's sitting behind you.
you don't. Girl, I had to drive with a bat in my car, which I pulled out 3 times over the course of me being an Uber driver for 4 years.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. So what made me do Uber was I was working a great 9 to 5 at the time. I hated that job too, but I was making great money. And but I hated it. I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here. This is not entertainment. This is not what I came to LA for. Yeah, this money is great, but this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I needed the flexibility to come and go as I please, do what I want, make my own, rules, create my own schedule. So I was like, all right, I did Lyft first. It was Lyft. It was
Okay.
Lyft for 2 years, and then Uber for 2 years. But girl, I met some great people. I actually picked up a few celebrities. It was a great experience for me. It taught me that I can get through anything, because it wasn't an ideal thing. I did, what they say, you do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do.
Yes.
So it was just something that I knew I had to do in order for me to be sitting in front of you right now.
Man. And it brought many blessings.
Many, many. It sure did.
Many
Sure
blessings.
did.
You just
Yep.
gotta embrace it.
Right. Right.
So are you still doing Miss Mac show?
So the Miss Mac show, no, that's also, so I decided to like for real focus on Petties and Mimosas and nothing else. The
Okay.
Petties and Mimosas brand and nothing else.
Yeah, that's
So
your
I
baby.
shouldn't even
That's
say it,
your
nothing
baby for
else.
real.
Huh?
That's your baby for real then.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because one thing that I have learned throughout like my entire career is that, because when I first started off, like I just had all these different hustles. I had my feet and my hands in so many different things. But what people don't realize is that that's working hard and not smart. So when you really like figure out what it is that you want to do, you're good at it, you really have to focus wholeheartedly on that. You got to drop them other hustles, because at the end of the day, all those other hustles are only doing is making you a couple coins. It's
Yeah.
not making you real money. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because
So
you're
the
not
minute,
seeing nothing coming in for real.
exactly, right, because we're so like, I feel like we're so conditioned to believe that we need plan B, C, D, E, F, G, because plan A is more than likely going to fail, or it's not going to do what you need it to do, instead of wholeheartedly believing in A and only A.
Yeah.
Until I changed my mentality about what I was doing and what I really wanted to do,
Mhm.
that's why nothing was popping. I
Yeah.
mean, it was popping on a small level, but it wasn't popping like how it's popping now.
Oh yeah,
So,
I feel you.
and I still feel like I'm at a little medium level. You know what I mean? So, like, once I really decided that I wanted to do petties and mimosas, I put everything else on hold. So the Miss Mac show, I mean, Smack Urban Radio still plays music. The music has never, stopped or whatever. But the show itself, now I'm focused on petties, and I'm actually dropping my lip line coming up at Pretty Smack. Yes, coming up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be out by now, but you know, I'm not God. I have
Right.
my
Right.
hands is up.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
just popping some of that.
yes, and it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips now.
Oh man, I love that color too. It got the natural color to it.
Yes, it doesn't dry your lips out. It lasts long. It doesn't come off on anything. Like, it's great. Great, great, great.
That's dope. Well, tell
Thank
me what you think about, since you told me all your experiences, even doing Lyft and Uber. What do you think about the saying when everybody say quit your 9 to 5 and start a business?
you. Should. You definitely should.
Okay.
But don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. That's the problem. People do it stupidly. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 2015. Unless you want to, if you want to count Uber, then okay. But I didn't count Uber as a 9 to 5. I was my own boss. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't have to drive. I drove because I wanted to. And nobody, if I didn't drive, I wasn't fired. Like, I was, you know what I mean? So you do at some point have to take the leap.
Right.
But here's what I say to do. I couldn't, for real, and even 2015. So, all right, let me back up a little bit. So when I was at the job that I was at before, I was working at Hertz, and I was a rent-a-car agent. But what people don't know, most people don't realize that rent-a-car people, we are some hustlers. Like, I was one of the top salespeople at LAX Hertz.
What?
Like, I wasn't playing no games at all. So I worked at Hertz for 4 years. Yeah, almost 4 years. Three years. And when I was working there, I built up this lifestyle. Mind you, at the time I was single, no kids. I had a dog. Like, so I had a fly apartment, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I was driving an Audi A5. Like, I was good. Right?
Like,
you know? So when I say to you, I'm telling that part of it because I just said don't do it stupidly. So when I quit my 9 to 5, I did it stupidly in a sense where, so I built up this lifestyle, right? Not taking into consideration that, you ain't gonna make this, you're not gonna make this money driving Uber. But I didn't realize that. So here it is. Because I made almost 6 figures, just about 6 figures at Hertz. Man, it was like 99. I made bread.
You hustling for real.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
I really, really was. Like, I made bread. So when I started driving Lyft, my income more than in half. It was bad. So I did that. At first, it wasn't as bad until like towards the end. So I said to myself, I was like, all right, so that was 2015, 16. It didn't get bad until about 17, 18-ish, 2017, 2018. So I said to myself, I was like, something gotta give. There's no way that I'm going to be able to really pursue my dreams if I'm going to be out here driving Uber just to pay my bills. Because I was hustling that hard and I had all these, like living like it was the regular 9 to 5, right. Had all this stuff. And I was like, something got to give because I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. So 2018 rolls around now. And I was able to do, I guess you want to call it the pilot season of Petties and Mimosas. So I was still driving Uber. So when I put out the first episode I put out was Sunday Carter, I was driving Uber. Second episode was Shanice, I was driving Uber. Third episode was India Love, I was driving Uber. Man. Fourth episode was Monique Slaughter from Love and Hip Hop, I was driving Uber. Fifth episode was Bridget Kelly from Love and Hip Hop, I was driving Uber.
Man, listen, it's inspiring though. But you ain't quit. That's basically your 9 to 5. You ain't quit your 9 to 5.
Girl. Then the sixth episode was with James Rice Chanel. I ended up dropping that episode in January of 2019. Right? So I'm bringing me up to present.
Right.
So after a while, the show I was like, I can't do this on an Uber income and payment. I couldn't do it. Right. So that's when I threw caution to the wind and I was like, I'm leaving. Literally. Like I packed up my shit and I left my apartment. But I thought one of my friends was going to look out for me. I was like, I just know, because I knew her from the Bronx. I knew her from home.
Right.
And she literally lived up the street from me where I lived at in LA. So I was like, she going to look out for me. And I told her, I was like, I think I'm about to really leave my apartment. I need to, and I'm getting to the point. I know I'm being long-winded right now, but I'm getting to the point.
You good.
So I was like, I just know she's going to look out for me. I know it. I got this. This is easy. So I told her that I needed a place to stay. She never called me back. Right. She never called me back. Then I asked two more people after that, but they didn't know the extent that to which I was like what I was going through, you know? So after I got rejected two more times after that, I was like, I can't ask anybody else. So I slept in my car for 43 days.
What?
Yes, I did.
Wait, so while you sleep in your car, you were still doing your show?
So when I was sleeping in the car, so this was January 25th to March like 16th, if my memory serves me correctly, like March 8th or something like that. Yeah, like March 8th. And during that time, I was just driving to stack up because I wanted to launch season 2. Man. I wanted to do season 2 so bad. And I was like, I'm not asking nobody for no money because then I had a GoFundMe.
You fed up at the moment.
I was fed up. I had a GoFundMe, and then I was getting so much heat from people on Facebook. Oh, she on Facebook begging for money. Like, it was bad. Like, it was crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not asking anybody for any more money. I'm doing it myself. So I did what I had to do. But I realized that had I done it the right way from since 2015, that's why I said, don't quit your 9-to-5 stupidly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Do it the right way. And to me, how you do it the right way is you got to simplify your life.
Right.
You got to live within your means. You got to live underneath your means, you know? Yeah. So I was paying $1,700, almost $1,800 rent at the time, driving Uber. I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay $1,800 rent and do this show independently. It's not going to happen.
No.
You know, and then my head didn't start thinking about sponsors because I was in my head thinking, I don't have enough followers. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. Not realizing you got a great product. Work on perfecting and mastering your craft.
Your first couple shows, like that was a wrap right there.
But I wasn't thinking that until I had a good team. You know, I had good people around me telling me, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Yeah. You know, so, but it was just like, yo, it was hard. I had to do what I had to do because I didn't do it, quote unquote, the right way in the beginning. Right. But I've learned that whatever decisions you make, it's always the right decision for you. Oh, yeah. It might take you on a longer path, but you're still going to end up where you need to end up. So don't think that, oh my God, this decision, I don't know if it was, no. If you make the best decisions for yourself, it's always the right decision because you're going to end up where you need to be.
But this goes to show before we went live, it's like you never know what somebody is going through until you actually open them up and communicate with them and know. And then, you know, they start feeling like shit, like, damn.
Right.
You know, and then they go, like, man, come on, what's up? I didn't know you was like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the difference, but it's like, it's good at the same time that you did go through that. Right. Because it made you a better woman today too.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It did. So I don't regret any of the decisions that I made. It definitely made me the person that I am sitting in front of you right now, especially that period where I was sleeping in my car. And I must have told 5 people. And the only reason why I told 5 people was because just in case something happened to me, they knew that I was sleeping in the parking lot at Burbank Planet Fitness. So they knew that. That's the only reason why I told. But other than that, my mother still don't really know.
Man.
She knew that I left my house, but she thought I was staying with somebody. Like she still don't really know.
Man. So what you telling people that you sleep in the parking lot, they ain't invite you over?
That's another thing.
That's what right. I'm saying. Like, I'm sitting here telling you, hey, I'm over here at Planet Fitness and I'm here in my car. I mean, would they just be like, okay?
Yup.
Oh, shit.
Yup. No. And of the 5 people that I told, 3 of them were in LA and 2 of them were in New York. And the 2 of them, it's crazy. The 2 people that were in New York, they wanted me to come back to New York. Come stay with me because I could just go home. That was another thing too. Like,
you already had something going on there, and that's what you really wanted to do. That was your passion. Like, you already making things happen.
Right. And I didn't want anybody to talk me out of it either.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like common sense, man, just wire me some money over something, you know? I got you. I'm gonna make it.
Girl, and you know what too? At that point, it wasn't even about money because I was driving Uber. I didn't have a roof over my head. I didn't have to pay no rent. So
That's true.
I didn't really want for money. Like, I will say this, like, it dawned on me later that, and I brought it to their attention. Well, two of theirs attention. Like, I was mad at you because you didn't even offer me your couch. You
Right.
didn't even offer me your couch, but you know what it is. You live and you learn, and you know who your real friends are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know who your real
Especially
friends
in
are.
times like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta embrace those moments. But it's like, you know what's so crazy? Some people think you'll forget too, because you don't talk about it all the time. But it's like you already reached that point. You put my mindset there. I move forward already. And with me moving forward, it's gonna bring me more blessings.
Right. Exactly. Those 43 days, somebody told me I should write a book called 43 Days, but because I talk about it now, really now, a whole almost 2 years later. But like those 43 days really taught me that no matter what, I'm going to be okay and I can get through anything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially being in the situations like that.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy too? There was so many people in the Burbank Planet Fitness parking lot doing the same thing.
What?
There were so many people sleeping in their cars. Yes.
Man, that's
Yeah.
deep. That's
Yeah.
deep. So like after that, when did you feel like you just went into a smooth pace in your life where you felt comfortable and satisfied in your career?
When them sponsorship checks start rolling in, girl. I ain't even gonna lie to you. No, but that was only a result of me being like, I didn't have a life. Contrary to what people be thinking, they be like, and my cousins, they be telling me all the time, you look like you always at a party, or you always at an event, or you always doing this. What? No. No, I literally, because after I did that whole 43 days, say it like it's a jail sentence. After I did the 43 days, I ended up renting a room because like I said, I was trying to simplify my life. You know what I mean? And I was literally locked in that room on my computer. It was me and the team that I had at the time. All we were doing was, when I tell you the work that we put in,
Man.
and it is just, and it didn't happen right away because I
Oh,
remember, like, big shout out to Niche Import Co. They're my biggest sponsor. Like, I love them to death. They
yeah.
provide the bubbly on the show. They provide the Mozart chocolate liqueur on Quarantine Mimosas. Like, it didn't happen right away. They didn't answer our inquiry until like maybe 4 months after I had hit them up.
Wow.
But yeah, it wasn't until
Hey, they
yeah.
came. They
And
came.
we have the most amazing relationship. It's me and them. We're like a match made in heaven, for real. For real.
And you know, a lot of things is about God's time, and sometimes we don't understand it at that moment,
Girl.
and you just be like, "Why?" It's like you just go crazy. But it's like, you know how we said, like, that outcome is like something serious,
Yeah.
something serious, and it's to a point. It just make you just be chilled and just watch everything just prosper in our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
constantly. I really think you should do something that have to do with 43 days.
Maybe I might have to, because when I tell you I got stuff in my phone that will just literally blow your mind. Like, just first of all, I went through a huge spiritual awakening during this whole thing. Like, right before this whole thing happened, right before Petty's Mimosa started, I always tell people that 2017 was the best and worst year of my life. But it was so chaotic. It was so chaotic, and I didn't know. I was questioning my belief in God. I was questioning my life. Not that I wasn't suicidal or nothing like that,
Right.
but I was just questioning a lot.
Yeah, because you
You
were
know?
reasonable with yourself at that moment because you ain't had no understanding why you in this predicament. How did you
Right,
get here? Even though you know how, it's still confusing because you will think about all the good that you've done.
right, right, right. It was a lot, man. Like I started to like see like a lot of numbers and synchronicity and couldn't really understand it. But then this is a whole nother topic for a whole nother show. So I ain't even gonna like touch on it.
Right.
But I am writing a book though it's called 808, and it's
Okay.
about my spiritual awakening during this whole ordeal and numbers and synchronicity, and not just seeing the numbers but like the crazy things that would come out of it, and the messages and like the universe and God and all that like crazy stuff
Yeah.
that people will probably think I'm like, this girl's weird, I'm signing off, like, or I want to hear more, you know.
They weird shit. Nobody got time for that. You know,
Yo.
because sometimes it's like your weirdness, it fits you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, but it's gonna fit somebody. But it's like if you think I weird, what you think you is? Not even thinking. Like
Right. That part. That part.
it's like I've been through some things. This is my weirdness way of making a way for myself.
Right. And you know what's crazy? That's part of the reason why I have never, like, I have this unwavering thing in me that no matter what I go through, I'm never going to stop, because I know that it's just a certain period. Nothing lasts forever. There's
No.
always, sunshine after the rain. There's always the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know those little sayings or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm constantly reminded every single like every day through numbers and signs that, Shan, you're good. You are divinely protected. Everything that you're praying for, you're working for, is coming. You deserve it. You're good. You know what I mean? So
Mhm. Yeah, because that's where you at. So,
yeah.
so when did you feel like you got in a part in your life where you just fully loved yourself? You just like, look, it's just all about me. It's me loving myself. I feel good.
Girl, them 43 days.
See,
Let me tell you, I think
I'm telling you, them 43 days.
maybe let me tell you, those 43 days, I think I cried for 40 days. I probably didn't cry 3 days, but like I cried so much. There was so much sadness. There was so much empowerment. There was just so much. It was just a lot going on. But those 43 days just made me feel so powerful at the end. And it just made me know that, yo, you are a powerhouse. You can achieve every single thing that I speak. One of my really good homegirls is on here. I saw her name, Janice. Her
Uh-huh.
name is the Sweet 19. Yeah, she's on here. She will tell you like every single thing that I speak comes to fruition very quickly. I don't have to make a dream board no more. I
No.
don't have to even, I still write things down, but I have become like, what's her name? What's the old girl that B Simone? She wrote the book and
Okay.
they said she plagiarized it. Man, listen, I could have wrote that book about how to manifest whatever. Manifest queen. That's what she called herself, I think.
Okay.
But like, I don't even have to do those things anymore because I know exactly what needs to be done to get exactly what you want, me and God,
You mastered yourself.
for sure. But those 43 days just like taught me so much, so much. Even in the past, I'll tell you this little quick story. Even in the past like couple of days, I've been seeing the numbers 555 everywhere, like everywhere. And I opened up YouTube and I said, God, please, whatever messages that you want me to know, like lead me to whatever you want me to know.
Right.
The first video that I watched, the man, actually it was the second, because the first video that I clicked on, it said that, and I didn't realize that I had already watched it 2 years ago because the video was two
Oh,
years
and
old.
you leave off right where you was at.
Right, exactly. So that's how I was like, oh, I listened to this already. But the second video, the guy that was narrating the video, he said, when you see 555, it's a number of change. And it's a number that is telling you that he's like, say this out loud or write it in the comments. I accept this new position of power. Like, I accept this new position of power. And a lot of changes have been happening in my life over the past, like, yes, this year alone is a big year of change for everybody, you know, but the past couple of like months have been a little, you know, so just like, just to hear that and know that something better, a better change and stuff like that is coming in to remind me of my power is just amazing. So
yes,
that's how I found my beauty and my, what was the word that you used? What was the word that you used a specific word? I forget it, but that's how I found my power, girl.
So right now, as far as the entertainment, are you going to keep doing Petties and Mimosas right now, or is just a great season right now?
Yes. So if I was God, season 3 would have been done already, you know, because done as far as like going on, it would have been time for season 4 for next year. But the plan was and everything was great, ready to go and all that. The plan was for us to shoot season 3 back in March. Like, I was ready, packed up, ready to go to LA, back to LA.
Started. That's when everything started.
Exactly. And we're just now starting to get back into the swing of things. So I am probably foreseeing January for season 3 of Petties and Mimosas. But Petties and Mimosas just got started, girl.
It's gonna be bigger than what you can even imagine.
Yes, it just got started.
Seriously, I'm telling you, you better do something with that 43.
I just might have to.
Listen, I'm gonna be in your DM. I'll be like 43. You're
43.
Like, on my
nerves. Girl.
Seriously, because it's just so inspiring. Like, it really is. It's like you have something to share, and it'll create people to gravitate towards you even more, because you know all they see is what you do,
right?
But it's nothing like somebody getting to know you, because everybody think everything that we're doing is just so easy. We ain't been through nothing. Our feelings don't be hurt. We don't peep stuff before it happened. Like, you know, it's a lot of things that transpire in our lives, but we just don't make it publicly,
right?
You know, and it's to a point like you have to put some respect on me.
You feel me though? Exactly. You gonna put some respect on my name?
Oh yeah, definitely. You better. Because I have my respect for myself.
Right.
For that person, but you gonna respect me regardless.
Right.
Oh, you ain't got no choice.
We here, girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But so in closing, tell the women that are watching us right now, like, just give them some uplifting words, because you know a lot of us find ourselves in a place where we just don't know what direction to go into. You being such an inspiration, I know that your words or whatever you say, it could touch a woman that is watching right now.
Build off of all of the things that I don't know if this is gonna like make sense right now, but build off of all of the things that you think are going wrong, all of the things that you think aren't going right. Remember that it is going right. Remember that every single thing that is happening to you is supposed to happen in order to build the person that you're supposed to become, the entrepreneur, the businesswoman, the mom, the whatever it is that you want to become. Know that the negative situation or the ugly situation, the chaotic situation is a blessing. And at the end of the day, it's going to be one of those things where it's like hindsight is 2020. Like if I had to turn back and change anything, it would happen the same exact way. I would pack up and leave my apartment on January 25th, 2019 and not look back.
Oh yeah.
The girl that was supposed to take me into her place, she would do the same thing to me. All those friends that I thought they would do the same thing to me. Every single thing would happen exactly the same way. Exactly. Because if they didn't, I wouldn't be here sitting talking to y'all being a word of inspiration right now.
Man, listen.
You know? So oftentimes we look at the ugly situations and be like, why me? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? This is happening because this is building who you're supposed to be. So the reason why it's probably super painful is because you're doing too much resisting. Just accept the change, just accept the chaos, accept the ugliness, and know that it ain't gonna last. And it's there to build who you're supposed to be. Keep going. If you gotta take a break, take a break. It's cool.
Okay.
You know, I used to be really, really, really hard on myself
with
taking a break.
I'm still in.
I've been on a break now for a whole damn month. I got a new boyfriend, and you know he's a big distraction.
Okay.
He's a very big distraction, but he's a good distraction though. But that's my way of saying, you know, I'm just gonna take a little break. It's cool. I've been working dumb hard and doing 75% of the job dolo. You know what I mean? On my own.
It makes you, a lot of people don't know, when you build something from the ground up with your own funds, and it makes you appreciate not only yourself but the hard work that you put into it. So then when somebody come at you and say something, when you feel offended by it, oh, I'm gonna tell you why I'm offended. You don't know how hard I worked.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like it don't register to them until they experience the things that we have been through already, and then they want to come back and circle around. But we passed that now. I don't even want you in my life.
Right. Exactly. For sure, man. For sure.
Nobody got time.
Right. Nobody got time. Seriously.
No. It's good that you at peace now, and you found your niche on exactly what you want to do. And I am so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Yvette. I appreciate that.
Seriously, because it just takes a lot. And then, you know, sometimes people be in our lives and they don't say those things to us. And that's all we want to hear. I don't want nothing from you. Just tell me something good.
Yo.
Look, you just
see, this is the reason why, like, this whole if for me, if nothing else that you said in the past 52 minutes and 42 seconds didn't register, that's what you just said just now was for me. Because I've been struggling with a little, like, I've been waiting for this one person for a long time to just be like, you know what, you killing it. I'm proud of you.
For what?
But they haven't really said it, and it kind of bugs me sometimes. So
you shouldn't even let that beat you up like that, because they're not supposed to say it.
But you saying that, it was a reminder. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, I'm genuinely proud of you.
Thank you. I feel that.
It's nothing like women just dominating shit, just doing what they need to do to get by.
Right.
And you doing it.
Thank you. You know what else I've learned too that I want to share with whoever's on here watching this? As a woman in this business, I understand why men might dominate like the business world, and men might, despite how bad they treat us, like, I get it. Like, one of the things that I've learned, so my cousin, he runs a business with his father, and I was telling him like some of the issues that I was running into with some of my team members, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the things he said to me, he was like, yo, you got to learn how to run this business like a man. That's what he said to me. And he was like, you need to remove your emotions from business. Yeah. And I was like, this is the reason why men may tend, and I know it's a stereotype, oh, women are more emotional, but call a spade a spade. We are very, you know,
creatures.
We are. Men will make a decision, boom. Us women, we be like, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. Well,
Man,
she's my friend, and that's why I'm so glad that
my husband be on me about that.
husband, stay on her. Yo, it's true.
He's like, I don't know who it is. It's family or what? He just be like,
get him, right?
He don't care.
Yes. Big shout out to one of my homies. I was actually talking about him earlier, Chris Bush. I don't know, he might be watching this or not, but he was like, yo, get her ass out of here. Get her out of here. Get her out of here. Get her out. She's done. I'm telling him what's going on. Done. I don't want to hear it. She's done. Get her ass out. I'm like,
you be like, why?
Right. I'm like, well, damn. But I realized, like, yo, men make a decision based on, are you going to fuck up my money? Are you going to be a detriment to the growth of my business? I don't care if you're my daughter. You got to go. Yeah. Like, they make a decision, boom. I still love you at the end of the day, boom, but you got to go.
Yep, it is what it is.
When I adopted that mentality, I still love you. I'll come over for dinner, but you cannot work for me.
So, but you know what's the key to that? Setting boundaries.
Yes. But the thing about boundaries is that I feel like I understand it, but they don't.
So.
And then when they don't understand it, get them out of here. They just gotta go, and it's cool. It's cool. We just can't do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a relationship. Like, if it don't work out, it's cool. Bye.
Yeah, don't stick around. It is what it is.
And I feel like when I adapted that mentality, that like whole, that's when shit started to like run a little bit more smoothly.
Oh yeah, it runs the way you want it to run.
Yep. And quickly too.
Oh yeah.
Because all they are roadblocks. They just gonna slow you down. And we don't got a lot of time, as you can see. So guess what? You're not finna slow this train down.
And we got skies orange and everything. So we need to get picking up the pace.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I enjoyed the conversation with you.
So did I. And you keep up the great work too, Yvette. You doing the damn thing. Keep it up.
Man, thank you. I'm telling you, it means a lot.
Your platform looks great.
I do. I be so hard on myself. I be like, man, this ain't looking right or nothing that. But my homegirl, she does all my flyers and everything. She's
doing a good job.
Man, thank you.
Right. See, that's a good team member to have, a good homegirl to have on your team.
Man, listen, I'm just getting a solid team. I just need a few.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah, I just need a few more, and I feel like at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right. When you're ready, you will attract all the right people.
Oh yeah. I got
trust
issues, Shannon.
Huh?
I got trust issues.
I feel you. You ain't the only one. You know what you got to do though? My advice to you is start off small. Give them small things to do and let them prove themselves that way. So if you can't handle these small things, you can't promote them to the next level. Like you got to pass kindergarten. So if you pass kindergarten, then I'll promote you to the first grade, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So, and then you just take inventory, take notes, and just watch. But you also too got to be open.
Yeah. That's
open and vulnerable.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I get it.
It's heavy. We'll talk about that.
I get it. If anybody gets it, baby. Trust me.
All right. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. And keep up the good work. You're doing amazing. I love your platform. It looks clean. It looks great. Keep doing the damn thing.
Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.